Figures show Kāinga Ora is getting tougher on misbehaving tenants. More than 100 warnings have been issued so far this year, more than double the amount in 2022. But Zane Small has spoken to one tenant who feels the warning he got was unfair.
William Tawha and his whānau call this Kāinga Ora property their home.
So grateful for it, Try to respect our neighbours.
But with violent fights breaking out in the driveway,
Getting a weapon, call the police, call the police, call the police.
Yeah, ring the police, ring the police.
and disputes with neighbours,
Caught her dumping rubbish. Then I asked her, are you going to pick that up? Oh, she got abusive with me.
he now wants to relocate to a different property.
One tenant here has been just harassing us, my family and I.
And it's his family's safety that he worries about.
You've gone to Kāinga Ora with your complaints.
Many a times.
But in a statement, Kāinga Ora said, upon looking into this, we also received a complaint from the neighbour about a threat allegedly made by Mr. Tawha. We have looked into both complaints fairly and thoroughly, and in both cases are taking action under the Residential Tenancies Act. Under the Act, Kāinga Ora can issue what's called Section 55A notices. It's a warning to tenants that their behaviour is unacceptable and their tenancy is at risk. And figures we've obtained show those notices are being issued more frequently. Kāinga Ora issued 42 of those warnings in 2022. Last year it increased to 90, and in just the first 5 months of this year, 107 warnings were issued. Housing Minister Chris Bishop instructed the Public Housing Agency in March to get tougher on disruptive tenants.
I wasn't really worried about that until we got served our notice. I was like, oh wow.
It was only a warning from Kāinga Ora, but one he thinks was uncalled for.
I know it's a hard job, nobody wants to step on toes, but yeah, when there's right and there's wrong.
But it's a judgment that ultimately sits with Kāinga Ora as the landlord, and one they're making more often.
Well, Zane's with me now, and Zane, Kāinga Ora says this was challenging.
Yes, and it goes to show that what may seem like a simple directive from the government to get tougher on tenants isn't quite so simple when you start to look at individual cases and you get he said, she said. But what is encouraging in the data is that there does appear to be more agreed relocations for tenants. So there were 169 in 2022. And last year that increased to 217. And Kāinga Ora says that can often be a fresh start for those people. The agency can also forcibly transfer a tenant, and so far that's happened 8 times this year, and it's already double what we saw last year.